Well, it's that time of the week again where we get to talk about brand new VR games coming out this week, new VR games coming out next week, and of course some of that juicy VR gaming news. Before we dive into that though, please do consider smashing that like button. It really does help out the channel and get this video sort of seen more. And of course, if you're new to the channel, smash subscribe because then you get to see all of this dope stuff every freaking week. But before we dive into that, I want to thank today's channel sponsor, Action Hero. Get ready to step into the spotlight and live out your wildest action fantasies in Action Hero. Punch rabid dinosaurs, take on shotgun-wielding ninjas, dodge diverse traps in this blockbuster VR FPS from fast travel games. Cinematic slow motion, you can weave through the bullets, catch weapons mid-air, and deliver punches so satisfying you'll feel like the superstar in a Hollywood film. Battle through 5 epic movie genres from explosive heists, kung fu sagas, treasure hunts, and beyond. Each film brings a unique challenge, weapons, and larger-than-life bosses to keep you on your toes. This game's an absolute blast, and I really enjoyed my time playing it, so a massive thank you to both Fast Travel Games and Action Hero for sponsoring today's video. You can find links in the description or in the pinned comment if you want to go pick this up for yourself. Now, let's dive into new VR games this week. Now, kicking it all off, we had Home Sports drop this week, and as I've said before, this is pretty much aiming to be sort of like the Wii Sports of the VR/MR world. Now, I had played this week, and I've got to say, it pretty much lives up to what I was expecting it to be. It's very much a Wii Sports-esque type game where you're going to get in and play a bunch of mini sports games, whether it be freaking bowling or playing hockey, tennis or table tennis. This has got a bunch of different mini games in there. I wouldn't say any particularly stand out as being like the most epic experience I've ever had, but nonetheless, it really does what I was expecting it to do, and that's just be entertaining for a period of time. I feel like this is the kind of thing you can crack out over Christmas to show your family members what mixed reality is. It's pretty comfortable, it's pretty easy and accessible for people to get into and just learn and have fun with, and really that's kind of what Wii Sports was. So I feel like it's kind of done exactly what it was expected to do. Like I say, not one I would rush out and pick up, but definitely one I think, like, if you're looking to show some family members what mixed reality is over Christmas, this could be the good game for that. Next up, Panic Room, and this really falls into the other end of the spectrum. Also a mixed reality game, but this one comes with a bit of a twist. If you don't like arachnophobic sort of stuff, then bruh, this probably isn't going to be for you, because there's a terrifying spider level within this, but it also deals into like the paranormal and stuff like that. Kind of a bit of a face your fears type situation, but with mixed reality, making your room become like the canvas that this terrible, terrible stuff happens in. Genuinely a really fun experience. I had an absolute blast playing this game. Even though I truly hate spiders, I still managed to battle through the arachnophobic level, and man, it made my freaking skin crawl seeing those little buggers all over the place. Don't want to ruin too much, but definitely one to check out if you want to, and definitely one to put some friends into if you want them just to absolutely poop their pants. Make sure you get those video cameras ready, because people are going to be freaking out when they play this. Next up, Clone Drone in the Hyperdome. Now, I was expecting this to be good, and well, thankfully it was. I jumped into this myself. I didn't play extensively, maybe about 45 minutes in this. In the time I spent on it though, I had a good time, and it doesn't seem to be letting up, so I'm looking forward to being able to get back into this again over the course of the weekend. If you've played this, I would love your thoughts and opinions down below as well. Maybe you put a bit more time than I have into this, and let others know whether you think this is a dope game and a pickup or not. But from what I've seen so far, I've got to say it's definitely entertained me, and it's pretty damn cool. I mean, it's good to see a game like this come from flat all the way into VR and become its own thing. So if you're looking for something fun just to jump into over the weekend, this one's definitely going to tick some boxes for you, and yeah, go check it out. VR gaming news. First up, we have Path of Fury Episode 1, and this one definitely piqued my interest when I saw it. It definitely seems to have sort of an indie feel to this, so, you know, expect a level of dank. But it's coming out to Quest early next year, and it looks really fun. It kind of reminded me of like a Street Fighter-esque sort of fighting game, definitely leaning into some sort of action hero vibes in this trailer, but nonetheless, it did kind of pique my interest. Like I say, it really makes me feel like jumping into a Sega game when I was a kid, how I would imagine it would feel, you know, dodging bullets and punch, knocking people out and stuff like that. So I don't know, this one just definitely had that vibe to it, and I'm kind of intrigued to check out a little bit more about it. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions. Does this pique your interest as a gamer, or are you just like, I don't know, we've had a million of these? Definitely interested to know what your thoughts and opinions are on that. But yeah, definitely one to keep an eye out on at least, and hopefully it's going to turn out to be a decent game. Next up is Beyond Blue After the Storm. Now this game looks pretty damn interesting to me. It seems to have that Subnautica vibe, but not quite as weird and wacky alien planet. This one seems a bit more grounded, as in like on the current Earth that we live on. Now it seems pretty interesting because you can experience this game through a bunch of different people, which I quite like actually, because it means you don't get bored of hanging around with the same character for too long. But it also seems to have a bit of a vibe to it, where you're going to be going down to explore this random abandoned base. You're going to be starting to repair it up. There's some weird crap is going to happen along the way, and of course that's where things really start to get interesting. It just looks pretty damn cool. I'm genuinely a big fan of anything underwater adventure like this. I loved Subnautica back in the day, and I feel like this might tick a bunch of those boxes for me as well. I've been looking for something like this, and I feel like this could be it. So let me know what you think. Are you excited for this? Coming up next week. Now next week is honestly a pretty damn quiet week, and we only have one really notable game that I think we should be speaking about coming out next week, and that is Alien Rogue Incursion. It's finally time that it's going to be dropping on both PSVR 2 and PC VR. Honestly, it's a shame this isn't coming out on Quest as well, but you know, they say they're working on it and it's going to come out early next year. Now I will definitely be making a video on this next week, so keep your eyes peeled and keep locked in on the channel, because I think I'm going to have a lot to say about this game. But regardless, what is Alien Rogue Incursion? This is supposedly going to be a new sort of Aliens installment, kind of scratching that itch of, you know, taking on xenomorphs, face huggers, and well, being part of that Alien franchise. I just really hope that they kind of nail this game. It would be a big move. The studio behind this, Servio, doesn't exactly have the best rep when it comes to certain games that they've made in the past. They tend to feel quite arcadey, and I'm really hoping that this doesn't fall into that path of just super arcadiness. Not only that, but there's been so little about this game shared. It's actually crazy how little gameplay has even been seen of this. I mean, you're wondering probably why you've seen this clip over and over again. Well, that's because they haven't really shared a busting amount about this game just yet. But again, I will be making a piece of content about this next week, and I will 100% reveal every little bit of it to you the second that I can. Anyway, keep locked in for that, because I feel like it's going to be an interesting roundup to the end of the year, with kind of really being the last big game that we're all looking forward to coming out in 2024. Anyway, that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. Just as an honorable mention at the end of this, there was also a patch for Undead Citadel that gives it the Quest 3 boost, making if you own a Quest 3 or Quest 3S, it'll look freaking incredible on your headset. To do that though, you do have to join their Discord to get early access to it, but it will be dropping like fully in the next few weeks, I believe. So if you don't want to do all of that crap, just know that it's coming pretty damn soon. Other than that though, guys, it's been a pretty quiet week around the VR scene this week. There has been a couple of updates as well. Things like Behemoth got that patch update last week as well, which actually fixed a lot of its issues. So if you've been on the fence about that, I would definitely have a read through those patch notes, and if it's maybe now time for you to pick it up, or maybe pick it up and continue playing it, then just know that it's in a better state than it currently was on the Quest when it came out. Other than that though, guys, if you enjoyed this video, smash like, subscribe, and all that good stuff as usual. I will catch you next week. Take care. Peace out. Bye.